All right, should be live. Hey everyone, welcome to the afternoon edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays, coming to you live once again. Oh, let me make sure that audio's turned off. Let me pull out the live chat. Oh, things are going way smoother than this morning, even though I totally forgot to restart my computer with a million tabs open. But we are in business. Kicking it off with 100 live viewers. Welcome, guys. Welcome. And yeah, looks like it's hard to buy Bitcoin in the UK. I think it's hard to do everything now in anywhere, not just the UK. I mean, the UK is pretty much on lockdown. The US is somewhat on lockdown. Asia is getting back to normal, so we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go to the charts. Let's just go to the charts. Very interesting day, very interesting. Where do we begin? Let's begin with the daily chart. Notice that the BitMax funding rate remains negative and in favor of the bulls. This is a very interesting indicator. If we well, if I lower this guy, you know what? Maybe this one is actually cleaner. And then I do one of these, right? And then I have to drop this. Okay, look. I'm not sure what the blue versus orange is, but we can look at the green versus the red. Notice how it is very, very clear that, ooh, let's do this. It's very, very clear. Look. When this is green, that means that people are way overzealous on Bitcoin. And when it's red, people are way over pessimistic on Bitcoin. And this has been a very good indicator in identifying whether Bitcoin is overbought or whether Bitcoin is oversold. I guess before it was blue and orange, and now it's green and red. And I am still a bull. I remain a bull. I know a lot of people are expecting lower lows. I am one of the few people that am not expecting lower lows. And hopefully, when this thing breaks out and goes up, yes, this will probably flip, and I will then be bearish Bitcoin once again, but I will only be bearish back to the area of the breakout. And the area of the breakout is going to be 68.50. I am eyeing 68.50 like a hawk. And the break of 68.50 should go very, very smoothly. There is one problem. There is only one thing that can stop the breakout of 68.50. And that is the moving averages. You have to respect the moving averages. Look, the moving averages flipped in this vicinity here. And when you look at this picture here, the 200-day moving average is very hard to flip over. When the 200-day moving average started to go down and rejected the price right here, I was very, very confident that this was imminent. And unfortunately, I was wrong for about a month and made fun of for about a month, but eventually turned out to be right. And the 200-day moving average will continue to haunt us until it looks more like this. Until the 200-day moving average looks more like this. But this is a rough position for it to be in. When the 200-day moving average flipped, look how far above the price, above the moving average the price was. So it was already overextended. So what I would love to see is when the moving average actually flips, it would look more like this. Got to go back quite a bit here, huh? Like this. This was a little bit better. See how the 200-day moving average completely flattened out. And right here, as the price is breaking above the moving average, it's already been flat for months and months and months and months. This is what I would really love to see. Right now, I know we are comparing Bitcoin to more like what happened in January. But it's also possible that Bitcoin is more like what happened here in August. It is very possible that this is the more likely outcome right here. Comparing the big drop in Bitcoin to this secondary drop. See, this right here looked like a potential breakout. We went above the 200-day moving average. Now, 1 second. Excuse me. We went above the 200-day moving average and we spiked up and we broke the prior swing high. And we even, I think, broke this swing high. If I just put it across, yep, a little tiny bit. And it looked like everything was great. We're breaking all the moving averages, we're going up, and then people just got crushed. They got crushed. And then we recovered. And how long did this recovery take? It wasn't instant. It took us, if I hold the shift key, 49 days. It took us 50 days. So let's say 2 months. Let's do 2 months, right? It took us 2 months to get out of it. And then, but this was a Ponzi. This was yet another Ponzi that got us out of it. And we made an ascending triangle, by the way. Beautiful ascending triangle right here. Gorgeous. Took 6 months to develop. Let's go back to where we are today. Let's put this down. Put this down. Put this here. Let's do this. Boom. Is it possible that this low is not that January low, but that August low, where we broke the 200-day moving average, we broke the prior swing high, but we just then, got crushed one more time. And now, let's see what happens in about 2 months, right? And guess what else is going to happen in those 2 months? The halving. We have the halving. Okay, we just have to get over this 200-day moving average. So I remain pretty bullish on Bitcoin here. Jimmy texting me, BCH halving is a week away. We'll try to do like a nice epic show for the BCH halving, just to make fun of it somewhere. It'll be great. Okay. I still like the possibility of this ascending triangle breaking out. And I really like this bounce earlier today. Let's go look at it on the lower level timeframes. 12-hour, not interesting. 4-hour. See, I would not have expected this bounce. I really would have thought that we had more downside here and then bounce somewhere from that $6,000 area. But we bounced a little bit earlier, which is good. All right, let me see if there's anything interesting in the live chat. 50 days to get the 200 moving average sounds good. Would be around the halving, maybe. Yeah, I agree. Tone, I was checking out POOL on the weekly. It looks like a hyperwave, and it is starting phase 5. Can you check? I'll try and remember to look at POOL. Tone, what do you think about Bitcoin has never put in a macro low without bullishness divergence on the daily? I would need to, I don't know. I would need to do a lot of like stuff. I would need to add a lot of indicators. All right, fine, I'll do it. Let's put the RSI in there. Where's my RSI? There's the RSI. Let's put the MACD in there. Where's the MACD? Okay. Why can't I put a star on that? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my my thing. I can't like favorite stuff anymore. It's weird. And I'll skip the CMF, I guess. So well, I don't know about you, but this looks like divergence to me. Look, you have a low. You have a pretty significant low right here. That was a decent low. And you can see how, oh no, wait, I'm sorry, that's not divergence. It depends how far back you want to go, right? If you look at the price here, that's divergence, right? That line sloping. I don't have the magnet up. Let's put the magnet in there to be sure. Oh, the magnet's not doing much. All right, we'll do this. Okay, look. I'll make it as accurate as I can. That is an increasing MACD. Okay. Sorry, RSI. And that is a higher low. Yeah, you're right. That's not divergence either. It's been a long day, guys. I've been trading all day. Not divergence. Not divergence. Okay, you don't have it. So you don't have it. You don't have to have it. And this is the dilemma, right? If you're gonna wait for a divergence with MACD and RSI, you may never get it. And what does that mean? You never enter Bitcoin, and that could be a challenge for you. Are there limits to check divergence? No, there are no limits. Anyone telling you to buy Ripple that has no idea what they're talking about. So, I mean, I'll leave it there. Okay. I'm just looking at your live chat, guys. All right. So let's look at, oh, we're rising some more. This is good. This is good. Look at that. Look at that. Looks great. So here is your 4-hour chart. Your 4-hour chart is going to flip over in about an hour and a half. And you're about to break the prior swing high. Now, this is good. I still think it's going to be a challenge breaking 68.50. And you see my perfect scenario playing out right now. We're going to have one more rejection of 68.50, pull back down, and then eventually break out. And the longer this takes to develop, the more powerful the breakout is going to be. Okay. Hey guys, before I move on, please check out the affiliate page of toneBase.com. It's the best way to support my work. Lately, I've been promoting the Embly cards. Check out these awesome designs that you should be able to get with your Embly card very, very soon, if not already. Understand the Financial Summit will take place the first week of November in Bali, Indonesia, and Understanding Bitcoin has been moved to the first week of October. Tickets are not yet on sale. Okay, let's go to the traditional markets. No, you know what? Let's go to oil. Oh, wow. What is that? That seems a little strange. That futures don't take that much of a break. There should not be that big of a gap. What's going on? What's going on? I don't understand why there's the big gap. I find that very peculiar. I still have not entered directly into oil. I have entered one stock in the oil world. I have entered one trade. I was waiting to get in on a perfect oil trade sometime Thursday or Friday, preferably Friday or Monday, actually. And I haven't gotten to it yet. I don't get this gap. I don't know. Maybe there was some kind of news. Silver. Silver is hanging in there. Gold hanging in there as well. Look at the gap on gold. What happened? The S&P gap? Here's the S&P. Man, so I was watching the S&P today. And it was, I mean, I was trading today. So I had to watch the S&P. And this was very, very interesting. So we had a beautiful 9 reversal right there at 11 a.m. led right into the 9 reverses, the 10-minute candles on the future, led perfectly right into the 10 a.m. Sorry, the 10-minute 9 and immediately into it and reversed the market once again. And these were significant moves. I mean, we're talking 2%, 53 points. I mean, this would be like a good week in the S&P 500 back in the day. And then we flipped it. And let's not cherry pick the high. We can just go candle to candle. And then we move 22% in the opposite direction for pretty much a 1% move. If you take it to the top of the candle, it's over a 1% move. This reversal would have been hard to time. But then one more right here off of a 9 that ended up being a price flip right into market close for another $30 move for a 1.25%. I mean, these moves were absolutely amazing. There is a Telegram group that those that have purchased something from Vays, and by something I mean access to trade, access to this indicator here. And I was like, you know, mentioning, I got to this one a little late. I kind of mentioned it here. I'm like, shit, anyone take the 11 a.m. reversal? But I was calling this one in real time, and I was calling this one in real time. I wasn't like providing any trades or anything like that. I was just pointing out, hey, you really want to pay attention to this 10-minute 9. And right now, the market is bouncing a little bit, but the damage was done today. The damage was somewhat severe. This was a pretty rough day today. We fell all the way down to the 38% Fibonacci off the bounce. And now, if we can hold this Fibonacci, if we can get back to this line, if we can get back to 26, I will declare that the worst is over. I don't believe we will, however. I think there is more downside to go. But if we make it back here and we break above this line, I will become a big bull in the stock market, and I would expect and that would tell me that the US is going to open up its businesses sooner than later. Okay, that means that traders and investors have brought confidence back into the US economy. Now, let's look at a bigger scale. This is the weekly chart. And the weekly chart is telling us to still be careful. Still be careful. We are under this 200-week moving average that is starting to flatten out. Okay. Let me, I guess I went through. Okay, so a couple of things since I'm on the stock market here. So this is the worst case scenario. I talked about it not that long ago. And I don't believe this is going to happen. I don't. I think the more likely outcome, the more likely, because we're pretty much here. This is 21,000 on the Dow. I don't know where the Dow closed, but we should probably be in this vicinity. This is a screenshot from March 28th, so just a few days ago, and I believe we're like kind of here. So what do I think is more likely to happen? For me personally, let me see if I can annotate. I'm going to zoom this in to make it clear. And I'm going to, where's the annotation? Annotate. I'm going to grab a green line. And I think this is more likely to happen. That is what I'm expecting. I am expecting us to, you know, find the bottom sometime this year in here and go to new all-time highs. Now, remember, this is 2025. And I think that the all-time high will come, I don't know, somewhere here or something. No, something like that, right? This is the 1 month Dow. How high are we going to get? Good question. Well, oh, let me stop annotation. How high are we going to get? This is my historical Dow Jones. And I am looking for a high, you know, in the 60, 70,000 point area. Okay. That's what I think. I think we will find a bottom before even going to the middle here. It's possible we can dip down to the middle. It's possible we can dip down to that 17,000 on the Dow. But I still think that going into the year 2030 or 2031, the market will finally top out somewhere in that 75,000 point Dow. We could also break above the channel. We could also do one of these, and we could also top out, you know, somewhere in the 100,000 range. And if that happens, you know, maybe in the year 2028, something like that. And then we're really due for a serious crash. I mean, the Dow can reach 15,000, but I doubt it. I think most of the worst is over. But a lower low can still come. So speaking of lower lows, here's the other chart I want to discuss. So someone should probably do an update on this, because we clearly went higher. We went up 20%, right? So again, I'm going to annotate this chart. I'm going to, you know, grab my marker. I'm going to grab a line. So we went like this, something like that. And now the question is, are we going to look more like 1929? Or are we going to look more like 1987? Now remember, this is a 3-day chart. This is a daily chart. So this was happening very, very slowly. Okay. I think it's going to be more similar to this, right? So let me copy this. So now I'm going to change the color to red. From here, I think we're going lower. But I don't necessarily think we're going to make new lows. We might make new lows. Let's take the worst case scenario. We make a new low right here. And we make a new low fairly quickly. Well, we're already past March 31st, so that's a bad graphic. So more like this. Okay. Slightly new low, creating nice divergence. Then I'm going to draw the next line first. Notice how I'm going to draw it very similar to 1987. Maybe 1987 is not a daily chart. No, it is a daily chart. Just scrunch together a little more. Maybe something like this. Oops. But here's the important part. Here's the important part. Here's the big difference between now and 1987. I expect this. I expect a much faster recovery. I think that it's going to look pretty similar. I think it's going to look more similar to this. But what I have absolutely no clue on, what I don't know, the big question marks are this area here, will it go lower? And this area here, would it go lower than both of these or would it stay higher? But I think the big difference between 1987 and now, and 1987 recovered pretty damn quickly. Let's go back. And then over here, I'm expecting more like this. Okay. I mean, it might take us a while to break the all-time high, but I'm expecting us to rise fast. Okay. And that's saying quite a bit because, and the reason that's saying quite a bit, I think I stopped the thing here. And the reason why that's saying quite a bit, because if you go to the 1987 crash, look how quickly we recovered. We were at new all-time highs. All right, I gotta delete the annotations. We were at new We were at new all-time highs by 1990. In late 1989, we were at new all-time highs. By 1990, we were at a new all-time high. And then boom, here comes the tech bubble. Okay, so what's the next bubble? I don't know, 3D printing, self-driving cars, automation, who knows, robotics, you know, replacing humans with robots. Who knows? Who knows what the next bubble is? You know, drones delivering packages. Who knows? You know, maybe inflation will. What the hell is with my live chat? What's with all the hearts and? Hey guys, I'm not sure what's going on. Am I back? Am I back live? Looks like I'm back. All right. Think I'm back. All right, let's go back to screen share. I have no idea what happened. So I do believe it's going to be closer to what happened in 1987. And then there's going to be maybe inflation, maybe robotics. You know, I don't know where I got cut off, but I am looking for this to be more like 1987 than 1929. It doesn't feel like this. It just doesn't. Feels more like this. So far. Things can change. Okay. So where are we here? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to look for a different streaming alternative. Zoom is just not cutting it. Maybe it's being overloaded. Too many people are using it. And it's a spy machine, so I really shouldn't be using Zoom anyway. I need to switch to another alternative. All right. I promised someone I would take a look at a stock. NVIDIA took a nice nosedive today. I promised someone I would take a look at POOL. So with new YouTube, I no longer know how to turn on slow mode, guys. The new YouTube kind of Tone, how can stocks go up if the Fed unwinds its balance sheet? The Fed has nothing to do with the stocks. Nothing. Okay, so POOL, beautiful 9 right there at the top. This was also a weekly 9 as well. Beautiful top. Is it a hyperwave? Someone mentioned hyperwave. No, I don't think it's a hyperwave. It's not in phase 4. I can see phase 1. I see phase 2. I see phase 3, but I don't see phase 4. So to me, this is not a hyperwave. To me, it's still in phase 3. So here's phase 3. Phase 3 looks something like this. You know, here's your phase 3 for me. It's a nice phase 3. Maybe a little lower, maybe like this. Nice phase 3. I don't think it's steep enough for a phase 4. And you can have a phase 2 here. Or maybe this is phase 3. You know, that's phase 3. It's a reasonable phase 3 right there for hyperwave. And this could be phase 2 over here. It's not steep enough. It's not steep enough for me to be a hyperwave yet. It's only gone to $240, and the stock's been around since the 90s. So, I mean, look at what Amazon has done in that time. That's a hyperwave. Bitcoin is doing well. We're at 65. It's looking great. S&P is not doing great. S&P is still down. See, this is what I've been saying over the last few weeks, that I expect a decoupling. I still expect correlation between S&P and Bitcoin, but I don't expect Bitcoin to go down. I expect Bitcoin to hold in there while I expect S&P to go down. And then when S&P finally reverses and goes up, I expect Bitcoin to break out. That's why I am a big bull while everyone around me is now becoming a bear. All right, guys. If there's no more good questions, we can call it a day. I thought you said that all shitcoins had to die for Bitcoin to reach new all-time high. Oh, God. What does breaking above 6,800 have to do with all-time high? Guys, come on. I really, it's... Unless you're 12, please, like, be intelligent. And you're writing in all caps, right? I don't expect new all-time high for years. And by then, shitcoins will die. Otherwise, we have a nightmare of a world. It's like people are confusing 6,800, a 70% crash from the all-time high, as an all-time high. Come on, you got to be more intelligent than that. Will the stimulus package stimulate the economy? Yes, indirectly. The stimulus package will stimulate the economy because people will have more confidence. Jesus Christ. How much insanity is in our live chat today? What the hell happened? The Shanghai Composite. Yeah, we should take a look at that. Let's take a look at the Shanghai. Oh, by the way, I entered a position here. I decided to take the trade. This is our weekly chart. I see the monthly 9 and the weekly 9 is coming Monday. I did not want to wait till Monday, and I took a trade. It's a spread trade, as usual, as my spread trades. I like to be very risk averse, and I don't know if this company is going to go bankrupt or not, but at 80 cents in an industry that is clearly can't go any lower, I took the trade. I also took this trade. Again, for the same reason. I have a weekly 9 already, and if I go to the daily chart, this can certainly go lower, and if it does, I may or may not add to my position because my position is not that big. We are already on a weekly 9, and we had our daily 9 here, and I like this weekly 9. This is the low. It's lower than that low, so we're still holding the low. If oil is bouncing here, and oil could be back, I'm not expecting this company to collapse. I don't care how low it goes, but I like some of these cheap stocks. You know, you got to buy when there's blood on the streets. I already have a position in Under Armour. This was a big drop today. Let's see what happens going forward. And I also have positions in Tesla and Nvidia, but they're spread trades. They're direction neutral trades. I like the volatility. Oh, and Facebook as well. I like the volatility. I'm not guessing a direction on those. Oh, and I have a position in GoPro off the 9. Oh, and Tilray. I have a position in Tilray off the 9 as well. So my whole account is fully allocated. I have no more room to take on anything until next week when I exit this Friday. I don't like to. Most of my account is in cash over the weekend. Not all my account, but most of my account. Did you find a REIT to buy? No, I'm not interested in real estate. I think real estate is going to be a big casualty here. Triple M, that was a big Ponzi scheme. That's 3M. That makes sense. Why is 3M stock going down? They've been cranking out masks like crazy, no? Interesting. 3M was on a weekly 9 right here. What a beautiful buying opportunity. Wow, 3M has not done very well. I'm going to add 3M to my list. I looked at GME this morning. GameStop. Ooh. What the hell is that? Hold on. I think my speaker is dying. Yeah, GameStop is another interesting one. Fake meat. Haven't looked at fake meat in a while. They're surviving. Canaan is another cheap stock. I want to load up on a lot of these cheap stocks going into the rebound. I'm waiting for Zoom to fall down to 120. I'm not going to chase. Tesla broke this red line, creating a big downward pressure on Tesla. I am in Tesla, but not directionally. Oh, yeah, Shanghai. That's where I was going. Indices. Shanghai. Boom. Whoa, nice 9. Nice 9. Probably great divergence. Nothing on the weekly, nothing on the monthly. Shanghai is holding up really well. I mean, the low in Shanghai was last year. No one wants Chinese goods right now, though. No opinion. It's surviving, but it's not thriving. So no opinion. Not much to say. What was that other stock from the person that said 3 triple M? ONN. What the hell is ONN? I don't have that stock. Whatever ONN is, I don't think this is what you mean. I don't know what this is, but I would not trade it. A stock that doesn't have a bid is not interesting for me. Even on a monthly 9, this is not liquid enough for me to care about. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is holding. This is very surprising. Considering how much the stock market fell today, the VIX did not budge. This is a good sign for potentially the bottom being in the stock market. Very good sign. Let's look at TLT. Like I've been saying, I think TLT can go higher, but the 9's coming. The 9's coming tomorrow, so be careful there. Saudi Aramco. Is this it? No. Need the ticker. I don't see the company. ON, not ONN. On semiconductor. Let me wait for the indicator. Interesting. Weekly 9 could have gotten you in, though tricky. I like the 13 here. Man, you know, I'm not a huge fan of semiconductors. As an industry, it's tough to trade. I mean, the stock survived the IPO going from 28 to 30 cents. So there is resiliency there. I like the weekly 9, but I don't like this red one. I would wait. I can't watch every stock, guys. I would wait. The 13 has played out, but there is another 13 in the background from this 9. And this may have to play out for one more low. I know the weekly 9 is here, but I am not comfortable at the moment with this action. Let's just say if I bought this here, I would have already been stopped out. I like it, but not too much. SAR. I don't think that's what you mean. Maybe there's a different SAR. On the Saudi market. I don't see it. Sorry. Can't waste any more time. Tone is catching falling knives. Yes, this is the time to catch falling knives. Maybe not today, but certainly this quarter. Oh, my popularity absolutely topped in November 2017. I mean, I was getting 20, 25,000 views per episode back then. But then I became a bear and the market fell and everyone got mad. Is NVIDIA pulling back? I kind of hope so. I have a free lottery ticket on NVIDIA at the moment, but that lottery ticket needs NVIDIA to crash big time. So basically what happened to me and NVIDIA, I had a trade on NVIDIA and I exited that trade with a profit. And I exited that trade on Friday with a profit. And I exited that trade on Friday with a profit, but I still have a bunch of puts with a 180 strike price. I have a bunch of puts at 180. And I could have sold those puts for like $1.50 or $2 in the options market. The puts are going to expire in a few weeks. And I didn't sell them, and I'm holding the lottery ticket because they're free for me. Because I got out of the trade with a profit, and I'm holding on my 180 puts. So if there is a giant catastrophe in the stock market and the stock market crashes, I have a free lottery ticket that cashes in with every dollar that NVIDIA falls below 180. And I can probably sell those puts right now for like 75 cents each. And I probably should sell them for 75 cents each because, you know, a few $100 is better than zero. But it's a free lottery ticket. And what if Nvidia crashes to $100? I'll happily take the tens of thousands of dollars. So I will probably hold on to this lottery ticket and let it expire worthless if Nvidia doesn't go below 180 before option expiration. Has Nvidia turned? Well, I would wait for a red 2 to go below the red 1 tomorrow, and we will see what happens with the market. I think it's going to go down. But my opinion doesn't matter. Guys, always mention the asset. When you say tone, check. Oh, okay, so that's an asset. Tone, thoughts on daily green 2, above green 1, near resistance, setup trend line. On what asset? On what asset? Guys, I'm not a psychic. Tone, check Bitcoin 9s on the 1 hour. Last 3 were buys. See, at least you give me the asset and the time frame. Here's the 12-hour chart. Here's the 4-hour chart. Here's the 1-hour chart. Let's wait for sequential. 9, buy, beautiful. 9, sell, not great. 9, sell, 9, great. 9, buy, beautiful. 9, buy, not great. 9, buy, okay, not great. Better than nothing. I mean, you certainly made up for any losses that you got here with this. And you certainly doing well here. So yeah, good job on the hourly 9. Nvidia definitely going under 180, but the question is when. The question is when. Will Nvidia go under 180 by April 17th? Because that's when options expire. And the answer is probably not, but I will pray that it will. Not that I want people at Nvidia to lose their jobs, but I also want to make money. Guys, I look at DHR every freaking day. I always forget what that stock is, but I look at DHR every day. Nothing's going to change. Oh, maybe something will change. Maybe I haven't looked at DHR. Maybe it was a different company. I don't remember looking at this. My bad. No comment, no opinion. I don't know. I wouldn't buy it. $128 stock in an industry I don't know. TA is not clear. It's a red 1 price flip. A big crash today. I wouldn't hold it. I wouldn't touch it. How end of the quarter? I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Daily Bitcoin. Green 2 above a green 1 right there. No, it's not the kind of green 2 above a green 1 that I care about. This was the type of green 2 above a green 1 I was very, very adamant and bullish about, I guarantee you. This is not it for several reasons. One, the drop wasn't that big, and we have a big level of resistance here. So while I personally picked up some Bitcoin here, I mentioned it in my Telegram group earlier today. And again, the only way to be in that Telegram group is to have access to this indicator. And yes, you'll have to pay something. And I don't say much in there, but someone mentioned earlier today, hey, Tone, the GBTC premium has crashed. And I said, yep, I'm going to pick up some Bitcoin. And I did. So I liked this GBTC premium crash. It doesn't go below 8. It doesn't go below 10 often. The GBTC premium, okay, it's incorrect right now. That it wasn't 2. That's strange. Oh, because this adjusted. So the GBTC premium, it's gonna adjust. It didn't fall to 2. That's incorrect. GBTC premium fell to 8. That's what it fell to. GBTC premium fell to 8.67, and that was good enough for me to pick up Bitcoin. In my retirement fund. So here we are. Oh, I was going to look at the daily green 2. So this daily green 2 over a green 1 is not impressive to me. I mean, I bought Bitcoin for other reasons. It's nice that a green 2 went above a green 1, but this is not the kind of environment that I really wanted to see it. I would rather have this consolidate, and I would rather see a green 2 go above a green 1 and above 68.50 at the same time. Jesus Christ, this person really wants me to look at that Saudi company. So my last attempt. If this doesn't work, please ban this person, guys, because I'm tired of looking for a freaking ticker. If you can't get it right the first time, please don't waste my time. I like the fact that it's down 50% from its lifetime, like all IPOs. That's a buying opportunity. So you open here, you fall 30%, not 50%. You bottom on a sequential 13, but you're coming up on a daily 9, so I'm not interested. I mean, like the interesting time to buy was here, off of the sequential 13, after its first earnings. The daily plays out the full cycle of sequential, and then you have a weekly 9. This is a buying opportunity. This is too late. It's too late for me. You guys make your own decisions. It's too late for me. The buying opportunity is somewhere here. All right, what's going on? And you missed your 10% move, right? So I'm gonna stay out of it. I am not interested. I will stay out of it. 9's coming. It'll probably go back down. CZK exchange rate. Thank you for your donation, Adam. Do I have CZK here? I probably don't. USD CZK. I'm not sure which is best. Oh, why is Canaan here? Shouldn't be here. Whoa, look at that. So your currency, pretty much. Why is this not a 9? What's going on? That's weird. Do I have quasi 9s turned off? I do. Look at that. Boom. That's a 9. Buy. Beautiful. And tops on a 9, goes 9 to 9. Nice. And it's not looking good for your currency right now. It's not looking good. That is a bad sign. This is a worse sign. This looks very, very ugly. I would not want to hold any money in the Czech krona. I think it's a krona. Because this is scary. This here is a triple top. And that is a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for disaster. It's not even just a triple top. This is like the all-time quadruple. This is a giant recipe for disaster. If you're curious how bad it can get, let's not cherry pick the low. Let's just do this. That is a 50% devaluation of your currency. That is your future. That is what TA is saying. It's actually worse than that. Right? So this is 16 to 26. So that's 10. Yeah, that's it. There you go. That is your future. I would not want to hold the Czech currency against the dollar or against the euro, but the euro is going to have its own problems. So this is not good. This is not good. Not good at all. I'm actually curious how the Turkish lira is doing. We haven't looked at Turkey in a while. Brazil. Oh, that's a nasty cup and handle. Oh, that's bad. This is a cup and handle. That is a problem. How bad of a problem? Ooh. That's bad. There it is. There's your future, Brazil. That is not good. Oh, you know what? I need to do it this way. It's not fair to do it the other way. Yeah, 60%. So 60%. That's your future, Brazil. We could have seen it coming, right? I would have drawn the same exact thing back in July had I looked at it. Maybe I did videos on Brazil back then. I don't know, but that is a nasty cup and handle. Man. Sorry. Run a more honest monetary system and you'll be fine. More transparent government, you'll be fine. This is not money printing. This is your people and the world not believing in your, I know you have like the 5th largest economy in the world or 6th, but it doesn't matter, right? This is the world not having confidence in the honesty and transparency of your financial system. That's what this is. And this is why the US dollar will continue to shine. Turkish lira, that's what I keep trying to find. Don't see it. It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Not good. Well, those were your problems. This was that hyperwave that broke. But this is bad. You know, you hit a 9, did not pull back, and now you're going up again. Not good. Not good. Not as bad as Brazil, but well, chart-wise, right? Could get worse. I can't. There's not much to chart. This is just bad. It's just bad. I don't have a projection. I don't have a projection. You're breaking prior. This is worse. This is worse than this. It's going to go way higher. I don't know how high. Sky's the limit. Sorry, guys. This is why the US dollar will continue to appreciate, because nothing else. There's nothing else. There is nothing else there. Look at the crash in the Australian dollar. Australia is in the opposite direction. So this is Australian dollar depreciating against the US dollar. All signs point to US dollar crushing other fiat currencies. Swedish krone, SEK. Where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. There it is. It's Euro SEK, not USD SEK. Well, if the SEK is losing its money against the euro, and the euro is going to lose money against the dollar, then the SEK is in serious trouble against the US dollar. Not looking good for you either. Looks bad. It's all bad. They're all looking bad. Canada, nope. The 9 saves you. Won't last. Man, I need to take a vacation in Canada. Everything's going to be on a nice discount. The Mexican peso was getting destroyed. Yep, there it is. Oh, I had this old triangle drawn. This must have been a long time ago. Look at that. Look at that beautiful symmetric triangle. Kind of broke down for a minute and then boom, took off like a rocket. Well, we met the triangle parameters, right? %, drop, 22% rise off the breakout. Beautiful, perfectly. Look at that, 22% right there. TA works, guys. TA absolutely works. I mean, it kind of works. This would have kind of screwed you up a little bit, but eventually it did what it was supposed to do. Sky's the limit here. Uncharted territory. Again, all the more reason why the US dollar is not going to go into hyperinflation. Everyone wants dollars. Everybody wants dollars. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired. We'll take a look at other stuff next time. I already mentioned Zoom. I'm waiting for 120. I'm waiting for a bigger pullback. All right, guys. On this note, please support with affiliate codes. We're going to get these Embly designs on their website for you to order them. Financial Summit, first week of November. Understanding Bitcoin, first week of October. Bitcoin is rallying nicely. We are still in the triangle. I remain bullish, and the BitMEX funding rate agrees with me. And we'll see where we go from here. I think there's going to be a beautiful breakout, but be very careful of the moving averages. they could completely spoil the party. All right, on this note, I'm gonna stop screen share. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Quarantine Day 12 out. Bye, guys.